Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off, presented by Better. Adam and I came back from Tulum, Mexico for his bachelor party today. I don't feel great, but I'm fine. Adam is, there's shambles and there's whatever level Adam's on right now, so bear with us, bear with him. So we're going to talk about, obviously, 2-minute drill, recapping everything from the weekend. I have a list of 6 teams that I think can win the Super Bowl, only those 6. I think the Eagles should fire Nick Sirianni. We get into that. Talk about the Bears with Matt Eberflus, how that's just a horrible situation out there in Chicago. Should Joe Burrow be in the MVP conversation? The Dolphins season is officially over, and then Pat's apparently back on the Jets now, which is insane. The Lions-Packers game was pretty indicative that the Lions are the best team in football. We'll talk about that. Pat's a little scared of Drake Maye, and he kind of victory laps a nice hate watch around the Broncos today. We have a couple more things we talk about during the episode. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another episode of Caps Off,
presented by Better. This is going to be a Jack and Pat episode. Adam is going to be hanging on by a thread.
Adam, what's up, man?
What happened this weekend? What were you guys up to this weekend? Anything fun? Did you guys get into anything?
Not really, no.
I had a pretty chill weekend. Saturday, I watched the Hoosiers win. Sunday, spent some time with the lady, watched some football. Nice. How about you, Adam and Jack? Did you guys do anything fun?
We were in Tulum for 3 days, yeah.
Oh, why were you guys in Tulum?
I wasn't in Tulum.
You weren't there?
You were present.
You were present, but not there.
But not present.
Yeah.
So it was Adam's bachelor party, and it was a 3-day bendy in
Tulum, Mexico.
And it is Sunday night.
Look at Adam right now.
Yeah, if you're watching, you can see that Adam doesn't look like himself. He doesn't look good.
Do I look pale?
Yeah, you don't look
look
good. You look like you just had a 3-day vacation of a lot of drinking and partying.
I look bad, but you
Jack
look
looks fine compared to Adam.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get through this, though.
We're going to get through it. Me and Jack will carry. I don't think Adam watched all that much football, to be honest, today.
No, I watched the Dolphins game.
It'll be interesting to hear what his opinions were just shooting from the hip.
Breathing exercise to
yeah,
start?
Should we do something?
Are you doing okay?
So it's like a breathe in for 5 seconds.
My chest is tight.
Yeah.
Breathe in for 5 seconds. Now hold it. No, it's you breathe in for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, and exhale for 10. Huh?
Let's talk fucking football. Dolphins blow. Jets amazing. And that's
it.
it.
Yeah, that's a good. That's
all right.
Good spin. Good
Christian
spin.
McCaffrey's back next week. Caps off 5 wins in a row in the 50K league.
Is this the whole episode right here? This is
yeah. Derek's being an annoying cocksucker in the group chat, which is not surprising.
Should we get into 2-minute drill?
Yeah, I think we're gonna dive. We're gonna. Adam,
I'm curious what you're gonna say if you have no idea what happened today. But
we basically gave Adam a 2-minute drill right before we started recording, so everything he says is probably gonna be just words I wrote down on the notes.
I'm gonna be a box score warrior.
I want Adam to just shoot from the hip here.
For what it's worth, I just spent the last 25 minutes just trying to analyze ESPN and all the scores. So,
and how'd that go?
Not well.
Not good. Well, I watched football today. Jack watched football today.
Yep. All right. Randy, do you have a timer set? All right. Week 9, 2-minute drill. We're going to give you how does he usually tee it up?
I think,
actually?
let's see if Adam can do it.
try?
Yeah, you got this. Yeah.
For also comms, we're recording this in the middle of Colts Vikings, so we're going to react if anything happens to occur during this game.
All right, Adam.
Okay. Week 9, 2-minute drill. Oh, no.
I thought he was about to clutch it, too. It seemed so good at first.
All right.
Wait, I want to give it a try. My turn. Yeah. All right.
Oh, this hurts.
I got you. Week 9, 2-minute drill. We're going to fire through every single game of the week and give instant reactions to it. And I want Adam to kick us off because he is ready to roll. Adam looks locked in. Adam is ready to go.
You can at least say the team names.
You get to say the team names.
All right, in 2 minutes or less.
In 2 minutes or less. Randy's got the timer. And Adam is going to...
Starting with Thursday Night Football. Oh, boy. 3, 2, 1, Jets, Texans.
The Jets are all the way back. Season's back on. I regret burning the jersey.
Garrett Wilson and Devontae.
It's the coolest catch I've ever seen.
That catch by Garrett Wilson is the best since Odell. I'm not going to put it over Odell yet.
No,
Dolphins, Bills.
Dolphins are dead.
Tua looked good. 25-28.
Tua is great.
No, your season's over.
They're your dad.
Your season's over.
Yeah, Broncos, Ravens.
And the Dolphins season's over.
Broncos ass.
Stupid bitch-ass Bronco fans. Always all up in my comments. Always all up in
they
anything.
Just beat the Saints and fucking Panthers.
Yeah, first time you played a real team that's actually good at football, you guys get curb stomped. Move on.
Chargers, Browns.
Chargers might win the Super Bowl.
They're
legit.
No, they're good, but all right.
All right, Saints, Panthers. Congrats.
And that was
Bryce. I'm very happy for Bryce.
Very happy for Bryce. The
he
Saints
deserves that shit.
7-game losing streak. Wow.
Derek Carr.
Bengals, Raiders. Joe Burrow, he's over. He's done with Zach Taylor.
Okay, but Joe
played
Burrow
really
should
well.
be the MVP.
Yeah, I know, but you didn't see the video. He was
pissed.
Okay.
So 5 touchdowns.
That's all I saw. Commies, Giants.
The Commanders are 7-2.
They're 7-2, but they barely beat the Giants.
How long till we had to give them the respect? They're 7-2.
I think the respect's given. Respect given now. We've been giving it.
Falcons, Cowboys.
Cowboys officially also dead.
This season is lost.
I think
Rico Dowdle featured back though.
The Cowboys are more dead, I think, even than like the fucking Dolphins right now for some reason. They have a better
Trade for Rico
record.
Dowdle in fantasy if you can.
Patriots, Titans.
What a play by Drake May. I'm
was
scared of him
insane.
as a Jets fan. Very scared of him.
Bears, Cardinals. I'm alive. I fucking told you, Bears fans, you are fucking hot ass mid. All right? The fucking Cardinals own you.
Yeah.
Gonna pass out.
Are you going to say that every time the Bears lose, blank owns you?
But yeah, no, you guys need to fire Eberflus right now.
Eberflus is fucking horrible.
Jags, Eagles.
Holy shit.
dude,
How did the Eagles almost lose this
Nick
game?
Sirianni was trying so hard to lose that
Their
game.
money line was the last thing I needed in a parlay, and I was sweating.
Lions, Packers. Oh, boy.
Lions are the best team, and it's not close. We gotta go.
Packers, Rams, Seahawks.
What a game. Rams are
Geno
back.
Smith is hot ass. He's
I
horrible.
thought you were going to say he's
But
hot.
Rams are all the way back. Holy hell.
We're not doing Sunday Night Football, so congrats
Joe Flacco,
to
elite,
Joe
though.
Flacco, 6 touchdowns.
Nice.
Adam, you're back.
Look at that.
I'll be honest, 3 games in, thought I was going to have a panic attack.
When you were yelling
Like, when
Bears,
you were yelling.
your neck vein looked like it could actually burst.
Well, I feel like my esophagus is working overtime right now.
Yeah.
Holy pause.
Holy play, because I have no voice right now. If you are listening to this, where do we want to start?
I feel like I kind of want to talk about the fucking Bears, dude.
Yeah, that I would
Like,
love to start there.
God,
I feel bad.
if
This
Matt-
is real quick before we get into it. Apologies to Tycho who's maybe listening to this. It is shitty to talk shit about your friends' teams behind their back. It's like talking about them behind their
But he would
back.
say the same things we're about
But
to
he would say the same things, and he's going to
it's
agree
like,
with everything we say.
If Matt Eberflus is not the first Bears head coach in franchise history to be fired midseason, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They should not have kept him after last season, going into this season. You want to see these couple stats that I have on fucking Matt Eberflus?
Yeah, while you pull that up, I just like the fact that they brought Eberflus back to start this season instead of firing him, bringing in a whole new coaching regime for Caleb Williams. Now Caleb's going to have to relearn an entire new system after this coaching staff gets fired, and that is what bad franchises do to stunt the development of their quarterbacks. It's just the Bears in a nutshell.
Right.
They're the Jets. They're the
So
same.
the Bears in 2017, they draft Mitchell Trubisky, keep John Fox, make Mitch learn the new. Then they fire Fox, make Mitch learn a new offense the next year. 2021, Bears draft Justin Fields, keep Matt Nagy, and make Fields learn a new offense the next year after his rookie year. 2024, Bears draft Caleb Williams, keep Matt Eberflus, and next year after Eberflus is inevitably fired,
that team's quit.
Williams is going to have to learn a new offense all next year. It's the same shit. It's how terrible franchises and losing franchises remain fucking poverty. Like
It's insane.
It's so you have a generational quarterback prospect coming into Chicago this year, and you're gonna settle and stick with this fucking Eberflus guy that couldn't do shit with Fields.
It was the most obvious decision to make from every single person watching from afar. Get rid of that coaching staff, bring in a new one.
You know, Matt
Complete
Eberflus
clean reset.
Okay, but
You know,
hold
Matt
on.
Eberflus has never won an NFL game on the road on a Sunday.
But
Jesus.
correct me
That
if
is
I'm wrong.
insane. 0-18.
Correct me if I'm wrong. That Matt Eberflus is a defensive-minded guy,
He is. You're right.
and the defense has arguably been the bright spot for
Yes.
the
But
Bears.
he's not a defensive coordinator. He's a
And
head
now
coach.
you can but he's
Great
he's
DC,
a-
bad
he's a-
offensive or bad head coach. Robert Saleh in a nutshell. Like it's
I
the
agree
same
with you,
thing.
but I
Bad
think-
teams do bad shit.
It's
This
more
is just the same
concerning
thing.
to bring in a Shane Waldron who was bad in Seattle to me than to keep Matt Eberflus. Now,
But that's what I'm saying. They Matt Eberflus hired that guy. It
I
was his
understand
decision
that.
to hire Shane Waldron, and that's because he was still the fucking head coach.
I get that. I mean, I think this game is more of an indictment on,
the Cardinals.
or more indicative, I would say, of the Cardinals being a good team.
Yeah, wait,
than
what should
the
we make
Bears
of-
being? Because I think the Bears are just a mid team. The
They are
Bears
just
are
mid,
9-8 team. Like you had good wins against bad franchises. Like
We
that
said
was
that
it.
at the beginning of the year. They were going to be 8-9, 9-8. They're
That
going
was,
to be on
that
the
was
fringe
the
of
argument
the
with
playoffs.
Tycho. Like
Yeah.
the Bears are still a good team. You have a bright future. By the way, and not to like make this about the Dolphins, this exactly happened with Tua. Like Brian Flores left and he had to learn a new system. The Bears offensively would be fine. You have 5 years of Caleb Williams. But on the flip side of it, you look at the Cardinals. Like the Cardinals are fucking legit.
Yeah, what do
They
we
are
make
legit.
Of, what do
They're
we
the
make
first
of the
team.
They're
Cardinals?
5
I
and
think-
4. They're
yeah.
a frisky wild
I
card
think
team.
the first team to score 21
first
plus
in
on the
the
Bears all
NFC West.
season.
I'm not gonna say that they're gonna win the NFC West.
No, but like we had to start taking them more seriously. Like
Look, this is about the Bears, though, and if I'm a Bears fan, I am as pissed as I've ever been in my life. I
I'm
think.
embarrassed.
Like you, for
Yeah.
the first time, you did every other thing right of fixing the offense, getting weapons for your rookie guy, and bringing in like a bunch of good pieces, and then you forgot about arguably the second most important thing on a football team, and that's your head coach. And they just completely dropped the ball there. And this could completely fuck Caleb Williams. It
No,
could. It
no,
could.
it won't.
I'm not saying it will.
You're going to have to make him learn a whole new
He
offense.
might
with
be
a coach
good
that
enough.
Might not be good enough
exactly.
next year,
It's
too.
now you basically just wasted a year of his rookie deal. Is
Yeah.
what they did. It was a complete waste of a year now.
It makes no sense.
Because he's gonna be a rookie again next year with a new offense.
I think they'll be fine.
I hope so. I'm
The
rooting
Bears will
for
be
him.
fine.
I'm rooting for
the
my
Cardinals
Bears
have won
fans.
4 of the last 5, and that cannot be taken lightly.
No,
Yeah,
Cardinals are
that's
not legit, but
I feel like
frisky
we're
and fun.
still trying to kind of understand what the Cardinals are this year, and they just pound the fucking rock with James Conner, and then let Kyler Murray do Kyler Murray things and make a play.
Yeah, but the thing is, Kyler Murray was 13 of 20 for 154 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown. Didn't throw an interception.
James
He
Conner's
wasn't
still that
great.
dude.
Offensively,
James
the
Conner's
passing
fucking good.
game was not electric by any means. Like Trey McBride had 3 receptions for 35 yards. That's the most led them in receiving.
Wow.
James Conner was just on the ground. So defensively, they were also pretty damn good.
I love how Adam is quite literally just scrolling through the stat sheet right now to determine what he thinks of this game. Like he didn't watch a second of this game, to what
James
I know.
Conner's fucking good.
James Conner looked sick. While we're talking about just like depressing franchises, I would love to hear from Adam on the Dolphins. I would really love
What
to hear
happened
about
today,
it.
buddy?
Season over? Is it?
Because he's 1 week behind where you are.
I know.
So it's like, this is nice.
I think
Well, I said the season was over last
I gotta
week,
like
so.
process. Because I think this was by far the best game the Dolphins have played this year. By far.
Yeah.
You went to
I'm not gonna
Buffalo
argue with that
against
much,
an elite
yeah.
team and happened to keep it close. This was Tua's best game by far
25
this
to
season.
28, right?
Tua was elite, but the problem with the Dolphins, which has been their problem this whole season, it's that in one direction, in one positional group, they play well, and then a whole other positional group shits the bed. The offensive line plays well, but then someone else plays poorly. The Dolphins are a poorly run organization. They are a poor franchise. The issue with the Dolphins, yes, I said early on, was Mike McDaniel. Yes, maybe we need a new quarterback and it ain't Tua. Like, you could point to all these different holes to try and patch them, but it goes all the way to the top, and it's Chris Greer. Like,
You've been calling for his head for years.
Chris
GM?
Greer
GM?
is arguably one of the worst GMs in football, and it is the strongest correlation of the lack of success for the Dolphins not having a playoff win in my lifetime in the last 24 fucking years.
I think you take it one step higher, as I've been doing with the Jets. It's an ownership issue.
It is Stephen Ross, but at least I give credit to Stephen Ross trying to cheat and tamper and pay money to try and get wins. Like, at least he's swinging
Whatever
for the
it takes,
fences.
yeah.
With Chris Greer, on the other hand, all he tries to do is let young guys like Andrew Van Ginkel walk and then sign a fucking agent Shaq Barrett,
that
who
makes
then
no
happens to
sense.
fucking retire before he gets even a second in training camp. Like,
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
this is what he does. He just lets young players walk, and he tries to put patches and start bringing players 1-year deals, and we're fucked from a cap situation. So when I look at the Dolphins, like, I think there are actually things from this game to build on. But yeah, 99.9%, the Dolphins season is fucking over. Here we go again, another season wasted, and I promise you, I will have a smile running across Mount Everest. I will do it
about that.
with a Tua jersey on.
Oh, no, you
I will
won't.
be
That'll
happy.
chafe your nipples a lot.
Yeah, it will.
Well, hey, Adam, if
But
it
I'll
makes
be
you
okay.
feel any better,
You're
you
back,
have,
right?
I'm back, but I just wanted one more thing for Adam. Like, you have a chance. You're going to be forced to watch this game next week. Monday Night Football against the Rams is what you got up next.
Oh, healthy Rams.
No, but they've won the last 2. They look good.
Well, I'm just saying you have no
That's what
choice
I'm
but to
saying.
watch.
But you have. Like,
That's what the Jets have been doing to me. They just keep throwing them in prime time, and I have no other choice but to lock in
Thursday
and
was
watch.
great, though.
You wanna
But
know the
speaking
issue?
of what's the issue?
They win that game, I'll find a way to be right back in.
Well, exactly where we're at. Great little kick over to
Adam,
Pat.
you're a week behind
Yeah,
Pat.
it's
cuz.
literally, it's actually really cool to watch because you've had a bye week, I've had, and so you are quite literally 1 week behind my range of emotions as a Jets fan because I regret burning Aaron Rodgers' jersey because the Jets are all the way back. It's that simple. I don't have to like the guy. I don't have to like the guy to like what he can do for my football
Pat.
team. It's
You're 3-6.
We're 3-6, but we have an easy schedule.
3-6.
We have an easy schedule. 8-1 gets us to 10-7, and gets
see,
us
you're,
to 10.
you're laughing. You
I
don't
am
think
laughing.
you can do this.
I don't know if we can do it, but
Pat, 8-1. You said you got to
yeah,
go 8-1.
yeah, and
All
Garrett
right,
Wilson and
let's look.
Devontae Adams had their first game where it was like, holy shit, the Jets actually do have 2 number 1 wide receivers playing for that football team. Garrett Wilson made one of, if not the best catch of the last 10 years, arguing just Odell Beckham is the other guy. And then the defense looked fucking incredible. We were all over CJ Stroud the entire game. The defensive line was so warming him, and yeah, it's a stupid, idiotic, dumb brain, moron,
dumb.
idiot thing for me to do of putting myself in this position to get hurt again. But
All right, let's go through your schedule.
I've always said it's like this is my job as a fan is to overreact.
Yeah.
Like and I again, like I said, I don't have to like the guy to like what he can do for my football team.
I think you're trying to convince yourself this.
I am. I
you
am.
don't actually believe.
Well, I
it.
want to keep caring.
So
I
are the
want
Jets going to make the playoffs?
Like if I had to like put money down right now and say yes or no, I would say no. Like like I said, we have to go 8-1. We've given ourselves zero margin for error.
Pat,
but let's go. Yeah.
At the Cardinals.
Win.
Okay.
They've won too many games in a row. They're due for a letdown.
All right. Against the Colts at home.
Win.
Seahawks at home.
Win.
At the Dolphins.
Win. We're at 7-6. Boom. Just like that. Who saw that one coming?
At the Jaguars.
Win. 8-6.
Rams at home.
Fuck. Sneaky. We lose that 9-6.
Yeah. Damn. Nice.
8
at
and 6,
the Bills.
I think. Or yeah. 9-6. That gets or no.
No, you're at 7 losses.
8 and 7. So 9-7. We beat the Bills. That's
And
a must
then
win.
you host the Dolphins.
Yeah. 10-7. We win that too. Boom. Jets are in the playoffs.
So you
comeback story of a lifetime.
Hey, the only thing we got going for us is if we spoil the Jet season now. I guess that last.
By
game
if
there we
if this
go.
does happen, I will have to do the most embarrassing bend down and praise Aaron Rodgers as a god. And it'll be embarrassing for me because I like that video of me ripping Aaron Rodgers went very viral.
Yeah.
A lot of people saw it. I had like friends being like, "Yo, my dad sent me this." And so it's like it reached the Jets Nation, and it's going to be very, very embarrassing for me if I have to 9 weeks from now bend down to Aaron Rodgers as my Lord and Savior. But it's probably not going to happen.
I think
it's probably not going to happen.
I think if you guys end up making the playoffs, the Jets make the playoffs, you should have to watch the first playoff game just all on ayahuasca.
Yeah. Well, here's the very realistic outcome.
That'd be fun.
You're down. Adam's like, ayahuasca. Well, I could use some of that right now. The very realistic outcome of this is the Jets are what would it be 9-7 going into week 18, and we lose to the Dolphins.
You think that's realistic?
Oh, that feels so good.
Well, just like how could I get hurt the most?
That's how you could
being
really
in a
get hurt.
position to make the playoffs and then losing to the
And the
Dolphins,
only
who
way
are
that-
5-12 at that
It's not like
point.
you need like 3 things to happen to make the playoffs. It's like, you just need
Just
the Dolphins.
win and you're in. Control your own destiny,
and then
we
like
lose.
fucking Skylar Thompson throws 4 touchdowns.
I can see it now, clear as day. It's so obvious. But it's exactly what I said would happen with the Jets this week, too. I was like, now that everyone said we're out and the season's over, myself included, we're going to win the game against a good team and then have to deal with the missed kick against the Broncos, the game-winning touchdown drive to Jacoby Brissett, and picture that we could be 5-4 or whatever it would be. And it's a tough reality, but hey, you live and you learn.
But question for you: are you not? Because obviously you needed this win in a huge way, but we have been saying that the Texans.
Stats pulled up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, no, we've always said the Texans are not as good as their record
yes,
is.
we have.
Like they're not. They weren't a 6-2 team. Are you not at all putting any stock in the fact that they didn't have a Stephon Diggs? The only person out there was Tank Dell.
Look, man, we lost to the Patriots the week before. The Texans are a better football team than the Patriots. This one feels good.
This one feels nuts.
Yeah, this one
fair.
feels good. I'm
That's
not
totally
worried
fair.
about who they're
Nope,
missing.
no rebuttal.
Everyone's injured.
Good counterpoint.
Everyone's injured.
All right.
Counterpoint.
No, but I wanted to talk about this because we were talking about the Eagles game for like a sector. Obviously, in a 2-minute drill. And obviously, I'm a big Eagles hater. I think people know that
biggest.
at this point.
Some would say
right?
the biggest.
Even though you said you were the most afraid of them last week.
Even though you were glazing
Forgot
them
the
last week.
Lions.
Gluck 9,000?
Yeah.
3,000? 9,000.
Existed. Anyway, like the Eagles are 6-2, but they need to fire Nick Sirianni.
I don't get this take.
This is my take. They're never going to win a Super Bowl with this guy as their head coach. Today in Philadelphia, wearing the Kelly Greens,
They look sick.
They
They
look
look really
great.
cool.
In Philadelphia against a fucking 2-6 Jaguars team,
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni was doing everything he possibly could to blow this lead and lose the game for the Eagles, and it was the dumbest, shittiest coach I've ever seen. He went for 2 like 17
Every single time.
times.
The fans were booing him on
Yeah, I saw
on the
that.
fourth
I saw
touchdown
that.
because he was going for 2 again.
Yeah, he's doing that shit. He's like, it's like there's an easy. It's like 4th and like 3 or whatever it is, and you can kick a field goal to go multiple scores.
go up to-
you
yep.
go for it, and it's a terrible play call. It's a Jalen Hurts rollout where
Yep.
he can't find fucking anyone. He has to throw it away.
I think it was 4th and inches, and they could have tush pushed.
Yeah, I think
and
it was
they
4th
didn't.
and inches. Yeah, it was so dumb. It's either you can tush push or kick a field goal.
Yeah.
And it's like you decide. He was doing so much stupid shit coaching the Eagles today. Yeah, they're 6-2, but I don't think there's any way that a Nick Sirianni can end up beating an Andy Reid in the Super Bowl. That's how you're gonna have to get one.
I'm not.
What's the solution?
What is
Like, who do you...
I don't know who would
There
be
is no
better. I just
solution,
don't
really.
think Nick Sirianni's the guy.
Well, it's always like we always talk about, you got to fire this guy, you got to fire that guy, and then it's like, okay, who do you bring in instead? And I don't know if there is an answer to that.
Ben Johnson,
So like Nick Sirianni, no, the Jets have dibs on him.
Belichick.
Jets have dibs.
you have
Jets have
dibs?
dibs.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
we
have
have dibs
dibs,
on
sorry.
Ben Johnson. But like with Nick Sirianni, do you think? I think the locker room loves him. That's why I'm not out on him. I think
it's the fans hate him and the locker room doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. I think the locker room is totally with Nick Sirianni. So that to me is the biggest thing for a coach. Yes, the X's and O's are probably actually the biggest thing. But as long as you haven't lost the locker room, you can do anything. And I think that those guys believe in him as a leader.
And now he has it back. I don't know.
Well, yeah, winning does that. Winning does that.
I just think he's I just think he's dumb.
I think you just don't like the guy. I think you just
your theory has always been you just can't see Nick Sirianni hoisting the Lombardi, which I think is totally fair. But at the same time, like
he just coached dumb today though. Like I don't get that.
And they still won.
They still won, but they almost blew a 20-something.
They were up 22-zip, and they almost lost.
Yeah, they almost blew a 22-point lead.
Like the Jaguars had the ball on the 15-yard line with a chance to win and threw an interception. Great interception by N'Kobe Dean. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah, it was like a wide receiver going up for one.
Talk about really cool. Saquon's fucking.
Oh my
that
God.
was the coolest thing ever. I'm like sitting next to my girlfriend. I'm like, holy shit, did you see that? I was like, he just fucking jumped over a guy backwards.
I saw.
I've never seen a backwards hurdle in my life.
I saw someone tweet out saying it was like the most video game-esque thing, and I was like, you can't even do that.
There's no controller move to do that.
That's like a glitch in the video game.
I like audibly gasped when I saw it. I was like, what? That was like, he gained maybe 2 more yards from it, but I think that was the coolest play of the season.
Yeah,
it's also like he had the spin move right before that.
Spin move into backwards hurdle.
I'm trying to look up AJ Brown's injury right now to see if it's serious. I'm not seeing anything.
Devontae Smith had a sick.
He came back out for the second half and then didn't play though.
Yeah,
so he was still suited up. So I don't think it's severe.
All right, I wanna bring this up to you guys. So I think only 6 teams right now can win the Super Bowl. Only 6 teams are actual Super Bowl contenders.
6?
Or like these are the only 6 teams in the NFL that can win a Super Bowl right now.
So I know you have a list. Can I guess?
You can. Do you guys want to try and
Can we
guess?
make it a game?
If your team isn't on this list, like better luck next year.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a chance.
I kind of want to guess. I think that sounds like a fun little game for me.
It's a shame the Dolphins aren't on this list.
They're not. Let's just go. I'll get one right off the rip. The best team in football, and it's not close. The Lions.
Yeah, the Lions.
Like holy hell, are they good?
The Ravens.
The Ravens are there as well.
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs are there.
The Bills.
The Bills are there.
And we know who's making the list, and he made a video that
Brock
said
Purdy.
We can still win the Super Bowl. The 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're on the list.
And there's one more team.
So he was literally just shitting on the Eagles, but I feel it would be insane if you put the Eagles on the list after everything you just said. So I'm not going to say it's the Eagles. Who are we missing that's like an obvious one?
He would only want to make this list if it was a wild card.
He wouldn't put the Packers on there.
No, he definitely wouldn't.
He wouldn't put the Texans. We've talked about how not good they are.
Why do I feel like it's the Commanders?
That might be it.
Why do I feel like because that's something he would do. You wouldn't want to make this list if it was just like the 6 best teams.
Yeah, like
football.
an obvious list. Lock it in, Adam. Lock it in.
The Commanders.
Good pick.
Let's go.
See, you're still sharp. You're still sharp.
He still got it. Still got it.
I think, like, obviously putting the Niners in there, that's just because I'm Delulu.
I don't hate it. The 49ers do still have a chance of winning the
agree.
Super Bowl.
But obviously, like, the Lions, the Ravens, the Chiefs are going to be there. I really, truly think the Washington Commanders can win the Super Bowl this year.
I don't.
I know they have a rookie quarterback, but they have all these vets around. Their defense is playing lights out the last, like, 5 fucking weeks. I think they could do it. Dan Quinn's been to Super Bowl before, and I just think they take care of the football really well on offense. They're very balanced.
Stupid question. Ben Roethlisberger won the Super Bowl as a rookie quarterback. Is he the only one to do it in the modern era, like within the last 25 years?
Yeah, I believe so.
So, like, part of me is just going to have a really, really hard time picturing it.
Weirdly similar type games, though, because Ben Roethlisberger could sling it. He had a high completion percentage, didn't turn it over, and he was not a I'm a run first guy. He's like, I can run though.
Yeah, if you need me to.
That's what.
I'm gonna have a very hard time picturing a rookie quarterback winning the Super Bowl.
I think Jaden Daniels could do it.
Well, here's the thing, man. Like at the end of the day, he's gonna run into the Lions in this hypothetical scenario, and there's not a shot in hell that the Commanders can beat the Lions in a playoff game in January. I don't believe.
I agree.
I don't think the Lions defensive line, unless they trade for another edge, is going to be able to get to
allegedly
Jaden
Darius Smith to the Lions is pretty much a shoe-in.
Really?
That's crazy. Holy
That's
shit.
a big get.
Yeah. Well, that hasn't happened yet. So
it would be a big get. Jeez.
I think if the Commanders, let's say, oh my God, how crazy would that be? Commanders Lions NFC Championship game. But if it gets there,
I think all of America could be happy about that.
It would be fun. Well, I would be pretty pissed. The Niners.
Yeah. Boo-hoo.
I think if it gets there, Jaden Daniels can do enough stuff with his legs, and he's a smart enough football player to where they can kind of control the clock against the Lions, which is what the Lions try to do to you.
What I have said about Jaden Daniels, too, is that dude is so even-keeled, never high, never low.
He's awesome.
I don't think he's going to get stressed out in a playoff game. I think he's just going to go out there, ball out like he's done. What, Adam?
Yeah.
I saw that you perk up.
If the Falcons and Commies played right now, neutral site, who are you taking?
Falcons,
Commanders.
Commies?
Easily Commanders.
Yeah. Are you big on the Falcons still? Did they?
No,
show
I
you
like
something?
the Commanders. I just think the Falcons are a team I think could get hot going down the stretch. 6-3 right now.
They could.
Are they 6-3?
Kirk played good this week.
Are they 6-3?
They're 6-3.
Darnell
quietly.
Mooney.
How did Kirk Cousins play today, Adam? From what you watched,
When you just eye test,
You
eye
saw?
test.
Yeah, eye test.
I'm just checking with my eyes.
Yeah?
Right now.
Are you checking?
I'm testing with my eyes.
Yeah?
They're pretty damn good.
How do you happen to know what his stats would be by chance?
If I happen to say 19 of 24 for 222 yards, 3 touchdowns, 58.5 QBR, and 145.8 passer rating.
That's
pretty
kind of
damn
weird
good.
that you have that all memorized
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
I don't know if that's true, but
Yeah, that's just like a gut feeling, right?
yeah.
that would sound right.
Darnell Mooney, man, he's fucking sick.
He's like the
Dude,
number 12 wide
we were
receiver in
talking
fantasy
about
football.
during the midseason awards, like Darnell Mooney. I wouldn't have been shocked if before this year you're like, oh yeah, he's
not in the NFL.
anymore.
Yep, I thought he wasn't.
And now
honestly.
you're playing him. He's a must start almost.
He's
every
a
week in
starter
fantasy.
in our fantasy football team.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't understand.
It's you gotta love it. I'm happy for the guy.
Dude, it's so insane to me how
Is
good
it
the
is it
Lions
crazy?
are.
I didn't put this. I was thinking about putting the Steelers in that potentially.
No.
I just don't think we know enough with the offense yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
They
have
got a
freaked
tough
out if you
schedule
put them
down the
there.
stretch.
With the defense that the Steelers have, and Russell Wilson has won a Super Bowl, so it's not out of the
I
realm
think
of
they could
possibility.
do it, but I don't see it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
The Lions kind of have not a totally hard schedule the last like 5 games of the season, but not easy. Like the last 5 games for the Lions are Packers, Bills, Bears, Niners, Vikings. Like I mean they've only lost 1 game right now, but it could. I think right now it's they look really strong, but
Yeah.
they might. Not
I also
finish
want
that
to take
strong.
back what I said in the 2-minute drill about the Chargers being a Super Bowl contender. I just went to take a quick
Thinking
look
about
at
it
their.
now, yeah.
I just went to look at their schedule and their wins, and it's like the 3 times they've played good teams, they've lost, and every other game has been a cakewalk.
Well, Jameis came back to earth. Vintage Jameis.
He was going to come back.
He had such a vintage Jameis play. It was like one of the few
was
plays
his
that I
name?
watched. It was just like he pocket collapsed immediately, and he like ran into a guy but bounced off the defensive end, and then like got
Some
out of the
sick
pocket
shit,
and
and
then
then-
threw it across the middle, and it hit a defender in the chest, and it just fell to the ground. And I was like, hell yeah!
It's
that was the
in
Jameis
one
Winston
play, he'll
experience.
do the best thing and worst thing you've ever seen.
It was
That's just
awesome.
Jameis
I
Winston's
loved seeing
experience.
it. I loved
It's
seeing
Dude,
it.
what the fuck is good with the Cowboys?
I think they're just like
It's just the lost cause. Like, dude,
We talked about him so
Dak
much in the
even
beginning of
said
the
it
year.
Today he said we fucking suck.
he clear as day said we fucking suck.
Like
on
if
the-
your
on the
starting
broadcast.
quarterback you just paid is saying we fucking suck, something is lost. I don't know why Mike McCarthy hasn't been fucking fired yet. That was a terrible idea.
It's so
to bring
funny.
him
We
back
always
this
talk
year.
about the firing of the coaches, and it's like, who are they going to bring in? I have no fucking clue. But Mike
You're the
McCarthy needs to be
Cowboys, dude.
canned.
You could bring in fucking Deion Sanders. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's
Anyone.
What?
crazy,
No,
crazy poll.
what?
Maybe Kurt Signetti if we're going down that
He's
route.
not going anywhere because we're going to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are you mouthing that they could bring in?
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
Ugh.
I know we like joke about that.
That
but
would be
there's-
the most Cowboys move ever.
where there's smoke,
That
there's
really would
fire.
be.
Bill Belichick would be kind of sick.
It would be sick. I
What do you
would.
mean?
I would be just as a fan of football. I would be really excited to watch.
But they're
what he could
3
do.
and 5 now, so like I generally don't know where the Cowboys go from here.
Well, they're not.
Well, Micah Parsons hasn't played all year. There is that.
They've
to be
had a
said.
fuck ton of injuries, but it doesn't
They've had a
matter. No one's
ton
gonna
of
feel
injuries.
badly for you for not having. No one feels badly for you to have
Every
injuries.
team is hurt.
Yeah,
Except
like-
the Jets.
Yeah, so are the Jets. Yeah, the Jets
are
are
the-
pretty fucking
so
healthy,
are the
man.
Dolphins.
Like Jermaine Johnson was the big one we lost at the beginning of the year.
Dolphins are so
but-
hurt.
What do you like? I don't know. If you're Jerry Jones, how do you rebuild this Cowboys team into a contender? I don't know what you do.
We've talked about them so much, and I don't think we've ever had any type of a good answer for them.
I still think the Micah Parsons trade is a good idea.
I again,
At this
and you and I
point-
big disagree on this. Dak is not the guy. It's that simple to me. He's not. A great quarterback can mask a hell of a lot of issues.
Yeah.
And he is not a great quarterback because every time you need him to do something big and make the big plays, he time and time again falls short.
Here's what I'd say. I don't think he's the problem, but I also don't think he's the solution. So
Sure.
So he's just kind of there.
just
Exactly.
there.
Yeah.
Which makes him the problem.
He's just
in
like
my
an
opinion.
NCP
no, I
or
don't
something
think he's
like
the
that.
problem.
He's just a quarterback. He's just a guy.
Like it's the same it's the same shit with the Dolphins. Like we all said, like you put Tua back in, it's gonna mask all of our problems. We're gonna win games. Like that shit doesn't.
Careful
change at all.
lumping all of us in there.
Yeah, I don't know if that was
a
we
crazy-
all
When I
said
say all
that.
of us, I'm saying like you talk about a fan of the team. Like we say Tua comes right back in, Dolphins are gonna win games.
Okay, but Dak's
Plugging
been there
one
the whole
person-
time, and he
I
hasn't fixed
understand that,
any
but
issue.
they were a fucking damn good team in the regular season last year. Like yes, they
were.
pummeled in the playoffs, but I don't think Dak is the problem in Dallas. I think the way they're building teams and Jerry fucking Jones is building his team is the problem. But he's not the solution. I agree with you. A good quarterback can mask problems, but
A great one. Dak's a good quarterback. He's not a great
Yeah,
one.
that's fair.
just sorry after one quarter 0-0 game.
Oh,
Good
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 move.
good call on this.
Good move
then.
on
Oh,
us. Yeah.
No, okay, so I firmly believe we have to start putting Joe Burrow in the MVP conversation right now.
I think he's firmly in there, no?
What everyone's talking about. I saw a post today that was like, who do you think should be MVP right now? And it literally just had Lamar and Josh Allen on it. And they've been hooping this year, no doubt. But Joe Burrow this year through, what is it, 9 games right now, I think they played?
Yes.
2,244 yards, which is top 10 in the league. 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
That's really
which
good.
are both interceptions is insane. It's only 4 this year. He's third in touchdowns. QBR is 75.2, which is third in the league. Like, and today, out of all days too, like everyone's, Joe Burrow, he's carried by his weapons, right? He's got all this talent. Well, Joe Burrow threw his 5 touchdown passes today to Chase Brown, Drew Sample, Andre Yoshivas, and Mike Gesicki. Those are the guys that caught touchdown passes for Joe Burrow today.
I'm trying to see if MVP.
And I know they played the Raiders, and the Raiders are hot fucking ass, and they're garbage right now. But Joe Burrow has been a damn good quarterback this whole year. He has over a 70% completion percentage, which is elite. Like, he's doing this is the best we've seen Joe Burrow, I think, is this season. And when they make the playoffs, when he brings them
4-5 now.
Yeah, when Joe Burrow brings the Bengals from going 1-4 to fucking making the playoffs this season, he should be the MVP.
He would have a damn good case. I'm still, in my mind, Lamar Jackson is the runaway for it right now.
Dude, Lamar Jackson had another perfect passer rating.
Did he really?
Oh my God, he did today.
Like, Lamar Jackson,
He's
there is a
unbelievable.
strong case to be made that
This is about to be
of
crazy,
the
I think.
last 2 seasons, Lamar Jackson has been the best quarterback in the NFL. Regardless of
Well, he
winning a
won
Super
MVP
Bowl.
last year.
He did win MVP. and he's
but
probably
people,
gonna win
everyone,
again.
we're all going to hold on to winning a Super Bowl.
I would take Pat Mahomes over Lamar Jackson in 1 second every single time.
Okay.
Half a second.
What about
quarter of
2
a second.
seconds?
Nope. Still taking Mahomes after the
10
second.
seconds.
I would need to see Lamar do this and like go to a Super Bowl in the next few years to even consider taking him over Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm still taking Mahomes.
Are you taking?
No, I was just, I asked him
I
in
said,
10 seconds.
yeah, I needed
but
10.
he,
Oh, okay.
It's an easy call. I mean, I hope Joe Burrow wins the MVP, honestly. I love Joe Burrow. I always have. I think I kind of started shitting on him a little bit this year, but I think it's because I had such high expectations for the guy. I wanted him to be great. He's fun. Like, and now he's kind of got a little bit of an underdog thing since he's playing for a 4-5 team. Like, I don't know. And I feel like a lot of the media wrote him off. Everyone's like, Joe Burrow ain't shit anymore. And it's like the aura that he had back in his second year when he took the team to the Super Bowl, all that. And I think people kind of wrote him off. And I think it's really cool to see him come back and do this. Does he play the Chiefs? And we already did.
They already did.
I hope they play in the playoffs.
They almost beat the Chiefs.
I hope they play in the playoffs.
I mean, that's always cinema when they do. But
So the next
I'm
3
not saying Joe Burrow should win the MVP. Like right now, it is Lamar. But like, put him in the conversation with him.
I think he's a very close 2-3 to
I think
Lamar
he's
and
right
Josh.
there with Josh Allen.
And then Derrick Henry needs
Thursday
to be up
Night
there too.
Football this
Yeah.
week is Bengals at Ravens.
That's gonna be sick.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's gonna be the worst game ever.
Baltimore
gonna
minus
stink.
6.
That's way too many points. Is it in Baltimore?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I'm still going to take the +6. That's way too many points for divisional.
Give me the Bengals easily.
I might take a money line.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Feels
more,
right.
I think another B team that I want to talk about. The Denver Broncos are as good as we thought they were, and that's not that good.
And that's ass?
And it's ass. They played a legit good football team for the first time in I don't know how many weeks, and they got
they
exposed.
did beat the Buccaneers like a while ago. I'll say that.
Let me pull up the Broncos schedule for us real quick,
yeah.
and we can just talk through strength of schedule and what wins have impressed me. So going back to they beat the Bucs 26-7. That was their first holy shit, are the Broncos actually half decent? And then they beat the Jets on a game-winning field goal miss, and then they beat the Raiders. Trash. Chargers, they lost to who we think are a good football team, and they lost. Then they beat the Saints and the Panthers, who just
And the Saints
showed
with
us.
Spencer Rattler and fucking Bub Means.
And the Saints and Panthers are the 2 worst teams in football, so I'm not impressed there. And then you finally play a legit contender, a top 5 team in the NFL, and you lose by 31.
Clapped.
Absolutely dicked down every which way. And I've said, I've admitted to the Broncos fans that are all up in my DMs and in the comments.
Better than you thought.
Better than I thought. I said they were going to be one of the worst teams in football, and you guys have completely proved me wrong on that. You're 5-4. I had you going 3-14, so you got me. But you're not doing shit. You're not going. I don't think you're making the playoffs. I don't know what the rest of their schedule is. I'm going to take a quick look at it. They got the Chiefs next week, lost. They got the Falcons, lost. Then the Raiders, Browns, they win that, and then the Colts, Chargers, Bengals, Chiefs. That sounds like a losing record to me.
Yeah. I'm going to go on a limb and say they finish with 8 or less wins.
I think they could get 9 wins, and fingers crossed they make the playoffs, but I don't think they're that good. And another thing that I'll admit to. I said Bo Nix was the most obvious bust of all time.
He looks
one
solid.
of the first things I said on this podcast, and he's looked really solid.
He's low-key, like, pretty fun to watch.
He is. No, super fun to watch because
Yeah.
he runs the ball. Like,
Yeah, he's fun.
He reminds me of Josh Allen from his rookie year of just like,
Erratic.
he's not great at anything, but he's going to run
not
the
as
ball.
erratic as Josh, bro.
No, he's totally
Yeah.
not. I'm just saying of like, he's not afraid to run the ball. He's going to make some fun big plays. He's going to make some mistakes, but it's a guy that you enjoy watching.
Yeah, and he still does have probably the worst throw I've ever seen in my life when he overthrew and underthrew two receivers at the same time.
Can I read you guys a stat that just came up?
Sure,
and I think
please.
it's
Sure,
crazy.
Adam.
I want you guys
contribute.
to guess these quarterbacks. Okay, this is a big quarterback stat.
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
What?
Most games with a perfect pass rating since 1950.
I want to say we've
That's
done
Lamar
this
Jackson.
exact
Lamar's the
game.
most in NFL history.
I think we've done this exact game, guys.
I don't think we did. Well, because it
No, we like 1,000% did.
No, I read it to you guys, but we never talked about it. Okay, that good game. Lamar Jackson 4, Tom Brady 3,
Yep,
Peyton
Peyton
Manning
Manning.
3, Kurt Warner,
Yep.
and Ben Roethlisberger 3.
Yep.
Lamar has the
We
most.
talked about this like 2 weeks
I
ago. and he
think
almost
we
had
did that
one.
exact game.
After Monday Night Football.
After Lamar's last perfect passer rating, we did how many guys have multiple
possible.
perfect passer
But
ratings.
it is
in
crazy
NFL
that
history.
Lamar has more perfect pass rating games than Tom fucking Brady.
Yeah, and everyone called him a running back when he came out of it.
Not bad for a running back, bro.
Not bad for a
Not
running
bad for a
back.
running back.
I love
Adam, you
Lamar
don't got
Jackson.
much else in the tank, dude.
I mean, what else do you want to talk about?
I got one more thing that I wanted to get to.
Look at this. Sorry, it's just a nice looking pizza.
That is really, really, really good looking.
That's a good
The
pizza.
one last thing I wanted to get to is that Drake Maye scares me as a Jets fan. The guy's yeah, he's gonna be great. I think he's gonna be great. And it's
Not this again.
At least you had a
please.
couple of years.
at
of,
least we
like,
had these
Pats
3
bad,
years
right?
of the Pats sucking. But I can so see the Pats. You have a guy on a rookie deal now, and I imagine that they're going to have salary cap because they suck. So I don't think there's a lot of money invested in this team right now. I'm just speculating completely. But I could so see the Patriots next year being a legit team again, and just like Drake Maye
honestly,
fucking me for the next 15 years.
they're like a weapon away.
They have
on
no
offense.
weapons on that offense. What are you talking about?
They're a wide receiver away from having a decent offense.
Okay.
Not from winning a Super Bowl. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
you
know
said
that's
a
what it
weapon
sounded
away.
like.
No, but it's like Drake Maye has looked good, sometimes great,
He's known
while
for it.
throwing to Pop Douglas.
Kendrick Bourne.
Butte, I think, is still on that team.
Keyshawn, yeah.
Keyshawn Butte, Hunter Henry, Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson. Like,
Colts
that's
up.
a who's who of nothing.
Colts winning.
Colts up 7-0.
Flacco
They just
elite?
recovered a fumble for
Wow.
like 45 yards.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm scared. I'm a little scared. And that play he
You'll be
made
all right.
to send the game to overtime, so
That was
so
a
sick.
real. You could tell he was so gassed when he like tried to cut it back
Yeah.
right too. But he's like, I just gotta fucking go, man.
And he got rid of it and found a guy. I don't know. And then he made a really dumb interception to end the game, like throwing to double coverage all the way down the field. But I'm a little scared. I'm a
You
little
know,
scared.
what I was thinking of? This is like before we close out because next week we have early wake up Germany football, Panthers Giants.
That's not early wake up.
I'm not waking up. I refuse.
I'm pretty sure Germany's the early wake up game.
No, it is, but doesn't mean I have
Doesn't
to wake
mean
up.
I'm an
Oh
early
yeah, no,
wake
that's
up.
still a sleep in.
Yeah.
Sleep in till noon.
Easy
Like, there's
sleep
not
in.
even fantasy relevance on that, like in that game.
Malik.
I
right?
was
Give a
starting Daniel
shit.
Jones this week.
You started Daniel Jones?
Yeah, and he had like 25 points. It was
Good
sick.
for you.
really?
Well, it kind of forced my hand. Anthony Richardson was my other quarterback, and I wasn't able to get Flacco.
I'll do it. Yeah, no. God, that's gonna be a horrible game. Who do you think the loser of Giants Panthers next week is like the? Oh yep, they're the worst team in football.
No, dude, I still think the Giants are half decent. Like every game they play, like they're kind of in every game. They're
You
not
know-
getting like curb stomped by
You know
anybody.
what's crazy?
Like,
I saw the this one stat about the Giants. It was before today's game, so it could have changed. But it was essentially that they have the highest sack percentage, like amount of like percent per plays played or whatever. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
They had the highest sack percentage out of any defense since the 2000 Ravens.
that's like the best defense of all time.
That's
That's arguably the best defense ever.
Yeah, but it's like, but then they're just like.
Pat,
so
question
ass.
for you, because we
Yeah.
were just talking Daniel Jones and you went off in fantasy. Knowing what you know after week 9, and obviously we're 2 weeks away from the fantasy trade deadline, is there one player off the top of your head that you would say, I want to go trade for them no matter what in fantasy?
It's your guy. It's Rico Dowdle. Dude, I love Rico Dowdle today. Zeke was a healthy scratch.
Feels
He
so
wasn't even on the fucking field in pads.
He
Rico Dowdle
didn't make the trip.
He didn't make the trip. He had 6 targets. He had 12 carries. He had 18 or 17 touches. He caught 5 of
benched
them.
him and Chase Brown
Scored
in
a
the same
touchdown.
league.
I also benched him, but he is next week and going forward. He will be in my starting lineup every week. You might have to overpay for him right now because of
Big week, spike
big
week.
and maybe it's not the guy to go after. But 2 weeks ago, Rico Dowdle would have been the guy, and I feel a little stupid for not trying to get him in more. But I love him. He's so clearly the best running back in that offense. Every time he has the ball in his hands.
Well, he's the only running back.
Yeah, it's Dalvin Cook is the guy he has to compete against with touches, and Derek beat that guy in an 800-meter
Who would you
race.
trade for, Adam?
That's a good question.
You posed it, so I want to pose it to you.
You had to think you had an answer.
You would have thought.
It's Nico Collins.
Yeah, love.
I think his price has dropped. I think a lot of people he might come back next week. Would be week 10.
Yeah.
I think Nico is a guy with Diggs going down. Like we're gonna see. I think Nico's gonna return back to being a top 5 player.
Does it not concern you at all that Diggs is gone? Like because Nico's clearly feasting with Diggs, taking attention away from Nico. Is that not a little concerning?
So I think no matter what, the Texans are gonna make some sort of move to add more weapons from on the offensive side of the ball, like another receiver. I don't think having Joe Mixon carry the ball 20 plus times a game is sustainable given his injury history. So when I look at fantasy, it's about league winning upside. It's always about like how could I hit one out of the park? I'm not trying to get on base. Nico Collins is someone that can hit one out of the park every single goddamn week. He can win you weeks. He has floors. Thank you. I'm a baseball seam head. So for me, it's Nico Collins.
I like that a lot. I do think you can get him in leagues, though? I feel like he's one of those guys, and a lot of fantasy owners are pretty stupid. Like, he's one of those guys that had 4 sick weeks. I think you would have to really overpay to get him.
So you want to know what
I think everyone that has Nico Collins on their roster
is like, that's my guy.
Good enough because he was so sick for those weeks where they can wait it out, and they're like, no, I want him.
I think
you want to know what's weird is I think it depends because there are certain leagues that you'll have people that know I think fantasy and would be willing to make a trade and depending on what they need. But you look at a guy like Cedric Tillman, who of the last 3 weeks has been popping the fuck off, and a guy
How
that
did he do today? I didn't even look.
Another
19
17 points,
Jesus
19
Christ,
points.
I shot him in one league. That's neat.
Yeah, it was a garbage time touchdown, but you played till the fucking end of the game.
The whistle,
as you will, if you may.
All right, let's.
But I just where I'm going with this.
Gonna fall asleep.
Where I'm going with this is like the fact that you have someone like a Cedric Tillman, take a J.K. Dobbins, and if you have to throw someone else in there and you have those pieces, I think that would be something that. On the flip side of it, if I have Nico and I need a win, I would go back and do. I would trade.
I'm talking fantasy.
You're back. You're back.
Dude,
You're
my
like
brain's working. It's like math. It's like
let's
girl
go.
Math.
Let's go. Quick final thoughts here.
Yeah,
Just
but
like
it's like fantasy. It's like girl math. And you
lost me.
You never heard of
the only game. Funny enough, the only game we
fantasy.
didn't really touch that much was Lions Packers. Do you want to make any type of statement on the Packers?
No,
they're not Super Bowl team.
No, I think the Packers. Dude, I still think the Packers are a Super Bowl winning team. I still think the Packers can win a Super Bowl. But I have always also said. I think the Packers are a team that's going to constantly keep getting better over the course of the season. This is a good loss
Jordan
for them.
Love was rushed back from an injury.
A good loss for them. Josh Jacobs looks fucking elite.
This year.
Yeah.
Like, Josh Jacobs looks incredible. They're a good team. They're not going to beat the Lions right now, but they play the Lions at the end of the season, and I think that's the time they beat
I think the Lions definitely today just separated themselves even further from the pack of being the best team in the NFL.
Did you guys see the guy who cashed out a parlay? It was like a bunch of winners of leagues, and the last two were Dodgers and Lions, and he cashed out when the Dodgers were down 2-1 in the when they were down 1-0. Yeah, when they were down to the Padres, they cashed it out, and he's a Lions fan too, so he's probably just sick.
That's disgusting.
We obviously didn't talk about the Saints and the Panthers because that game was a poopy butthole disaster.
Yeah,
Chargers are really good. I think I overreacted, then underreacted, and I think they're just good. And I think that about covers every game.
What was your favorite game this week so far?
Rams Seahawks too.
It's a great.
You got to watch Rams Seahawks.
I did. I saw that one.
Yeah,
I saw that one.
How many minutes of it?
I had it on in the background.
Of what?
My nap.
Yeah.
Dude, let me fucking be, dude. It was a hell of a weekend.
I was there too.
It was his bachelor trip though, so I'm sure.
No, he was.
He probably was the leader of the pack.
Having fun.
Quick predictions on Monday Night Football: Chiefs Bucks 9-point spread for the Chiefs. What are you guys taking?
I will be rooting for the Buccaneers.
You'll be rooting for them. What are you taking?
I'm gonna wait till the Bucks go up 7-0. Then I'm gonna take Chiefs live.
I hope to God that they do.
I need that.
But by the way, it's not gonna change.
They would be minus 7.
Could be a D-Hop game.
I would take the points. 9 is always a lot, and Baker. They just seem like a team that can claw back and be frisky.
Is it Kate Otten first touchdown?
Oh yeah. It's Kate Otten every which way, I think.
Yeah.
Yards, catches, touchdown.
I think it would be Jalen McMillan longest reception, though.
Love that, too.
There were a lot of plays that they left on the field last week of Jalen McMillan.
He got targeted, I think, 8 times. And
actually, one league I have to start Jalen McMillan or Bucky Irving.
McMillan.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what do you need? How much are you down by?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Well, I think McMillan... I think they're gonna be behind all game. I think Rashad White gets more of the receiving volume out of that backfield.
But you're going up against Trent McDuffie in that secondary.
Yeah.
All right.
But
so,
Chiefs also
Chiefs
limit
having a lead
yeah,
running defense too.
yeah.
You're not in a great spot, Jack.
Oh, well, I'm going to win unless Baker Mayfield puts up like 30. So,
All right.
But-
Final thoughts. The Hoosiers, best football team in the country, and
Congratulations
it's
on
pretty
that, man.
tough to
That's-
argue against me.
Miami.
You guys are the most fraudulent top 4 team of all time.
Okay.
But I'll be in Bloomington next weekend for IU Michigan. If anyone listening to this is
This
a Hoosier,
next weekend or the weekend?
The upcoming, so like 6 days from the airing of this episode.
Fuck yeah.
I'm so fucking excited.
No, 5 days.
5 days. So
gonna
if
be
you're a Hoosier listening to this, we will be at Roy's after the game, and we will be tailgating before the game.
Shout out Kilroy's, man.
Shout out
Hey,
Roy's.
shout out KOK. Cock.
Yeah, shout out
I love
Kilroy's.
cock.
Fun fact: I only went to Kilroy's once in my college career because it was during COVID, and it was shut down until
'cause you have to be
after
21
finals
to
were
go
ended.
there,
Yeah,
right?
you like have to be 21.
They have
to get
really
in.
cool shirts. I have a
Yeah,
Kilroy
so
shirt.
I sports was open my year. We got to do all that, but I've literally only been to Kilroy's on Kirkwood twice in my life, and I'm a Hoosier.
My
It's
dad's
like,
been
it's
to
so
Kilroy's on
embarrassing.
Kirkwood.
It pisses me the fuck off.
Can I go to bed now?
Yeah, you can go to bed now.
So,
Good morning, everybody, and good night to Adam.
Oh, boy.
all right. That's it.
That's the appy.
See ya.
Love you, bye. Caps Off is brought to you by Better, starring Adam Spachnik, Jack Perotti, and this guy Pat right now, who we don't know if we're officially giving a seat to.
Cool.
Make sure to check out our socials at Caps Off Pod on Instagram and Caps Off Podcast on TikTok. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at the link in the description. And as always, be sure to download Better and play Better Picks with promo code CAPSOFF to play the best daily fantasy football app on the market.